YouTube. Guess what time it is? It's that time again. It's your boy Vessel. I'm back at it again with the white bands. I hope y'all are doing super well. We're just God, I'm kind of gaming. So I'm gonna do my weekly wrap up. How much gear we got this week? What we did in 7 days of Throne and Liberty since the first week when we didn't know what we're doing. 7 days of knowing what we're doing. And today's episode is called 12,000 Lucent in 1 day. I can explain. Today's been carried. We'll go over what we did in gear. And holy moly. Holy moly. Let's see. Let's go into it. So, at first, by the way, I'm a bad YouTuber. Hey, Twitch, say hi to YouTube. I would love for you guys to subscribe, tune in to my, for more Throne and Liberty content, etc., etc. All right, so I did a video last week. You guys saw it. Some of you didn't saw it, but this was my gear last week. It came out 7 days ago, I think, today. And you can see I have 2482 gear score. And it was kind of like a beginner gear. What I chose to go for, I had just moved over to Hex Weaver pants, but I recommended, there's like these other pants. I don't know if it was resistance. It wasn't resistance. There's like these other pants that are evasion pants that you can get really easy grinding crabs, while grinding out other Ring of Precisions, right? And yeah, yeah, so this is where I stood. I had this, I think I was doing really good. I don't know exactly how far in, but I was at 30, 18 evidently. I had my Liquirius. I got my Liquirius first thing. We got the Liquirius first thing. And that was just literally insane. But since then I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. So I have this helmet now. I have these gloves. I just replaced this. I am wearing this. Replace this. Let's get into it. Let's get into what I've done. Alrighty. So I realized that my build that I was going for, I was going to add some range evasion eventually, was essentially the exact same thing as a certain max roll build. Now, on this max roll build, was focused on melee and ranged evasion, which is I decided to get melee and then add in range later, because chasing one stat was, well, frankly, every guide says get magic and ranged, or melee and range, and you got to choose 2 stats to work on, and it's really hard to do gear that way. So I ended up just getting melee stuff and then adding range stuff as I could. And turns out my build is one of the badass healer builds that's recommended on max roll, and I feel like if I came up with, forgive me by the way, coughing for some reason randomly now, but I figured if I could come up with it and it's the same build that the site has, then well, hell, maybe there's something to it. So major gains, let's look at this. First thing, a couple days ago I got a staff of the Umbermancer, and I'd been saving a bunch of stuff. So when I did use my gamble, or my I got a couple hit chances. I got lucky on some purple hit chance stuff that are heavy that I was changing. And then I got obviously I got the staff. I did something very reckless. Do not do what I'm telling you I did. Do not do what I'm telling you I did. However, I thought Silas Abyss sucked and there wasn't going to be any more floors. Unlucky. So I got rid of all the Silas Abyss 6th floor contracts. And I melted them down and I made Desire contracts. Don't do that. Okay, so you lose 50% of your contracts doing that. Not smart. However, I got an Umbramancer staff. Heavy attack. Almost first thing doing it. So for me, it was absolutely huge. Then I got, we used the blessings. I unfortunately spent, we unlocked everything with just one, and then I got most of my crit chance, and all I did was unlock the last one with blessings because I didn't know what blessings worked. Check out my YouTube video from it'll be like a couple days ago when this video comes out, but it came out today. Chat, YouTube, check out my video today to see how to use these properly. I ended up using them on like hit chance or something that was, well, I used one on heavy, but either way, I maxed out my staff. That was huge. Okay. I think I sold some lithos or something to do it. It was pretty insane. I want to say, I think you can have the ability, I think it's 2 lithos per week. You can correct me if I'm wrong. And that's just for the paper. I mean, the ink, rather, to make the paper that you get. So you do have to be careful with your lithos. However, I was selling nothing, expecting to sell some big litho for 10,000+. We'll get to that later. It does happen, chat. Oh my god. Yeah, I know. It's been a carried week. But I do want to say, once you do have 2+, you want to make sure you're selling stuff while you can. Anything that you can that's got a lot of value. So I missed out on selling a cloak that I could have sold it for 2,400+. Now it literally lithos for 500. I couldn't litho it if I wanted to. So if it has a lot of value right now, I recommend lithoing it. Now getting to that, I have been going hard and using every bit of dungeon token that I can, and I've been focusing myself on specific things. I managed to get the even roar sabatons. I managed to get them in a really good spot. And I also got really lucky. Well, not super really lucky. I just did all those contracts that I was telling you. And on the same day I got the even roar sabatons, I got this cloak. That was literally yesterday. Okay? So I thought that it would be another week before I could even put this thing on, because I spent all day yesterday going ham on this, which, by the way, super worth. This was in my build video, how worth it was. I mean, like, you look at an extra 172 melee evasion, 10 out of 10. Now, what's crazy about that is I ended up coming through and getting... So, today was crazy. Let's go into today, boys. Like, what was I? 2482. 2763. And I have an extra HP. I just have to buy a blue HP. Look at my Lucent. 7,726. Damn, chat. That's insane. We're going insane. Now, the reason is, title of this video, 12,000 Lucent in one day. Cheers. Alright. I may be a little bit low after market. However, look, in case you can't see, because this is a belt of the bloodlist I sold for about 10,000. 0.15% chance to come from my weekly. Holy moly, I can't believe it. Good looking on the hydrate wash. We're in the middle of the weekly the gear progression video for YouTube. We used to do this on BDO, now we do them on a cool game. What's up, y'all? How's your gear progressing this week? I think I'm getting what you call streamer RNG. Omega lol. So, yeah, it's insane. So we've been selling a lot of little stuff, obviously. And then I just want to show this clip. I don't need to show the clip. I want to show this. This price went to almost 3,000 on a purple that's really fairly common. I bought mine for, I think, between 500 a week ago. There were 500 a week ago. Okay. I sold it for 2,485 today. I don't know what the fuck is going on with today. Sorry, YouTube, my bad. But like, so from here on, 200, 2,700, 2,800, 3,050, 365. Yeah. So it's roughly over 13,500 in sales. And I made roughly 12,000 lucid just today. I obviously haven't spent all of it yet. And I got a little carried on my weekly. But I've been spending a lot of time focusing on my builds. And we've come a long way. And I felt like it was very important to share. I spent so many hours trying to get this. I tried to get the evasion cloak. How many people in the chat or YouTube comments are trying to get that stupid cloak from the matrons? Right? And it's just been an insane journey. I had to go ahead and talk about it all. I had to share it with the homies. Like, I'm pretty much going to be done with my build and just trying to finish everything out, hopefully soon. My self-wash. And that is insane. Because I just really started. The only things I'm not wearing this Bracelet of the Primal King. Hit champ seems low. That's fine, because 12 seconds out of every 60, I give myself a 400 plus hit chance buff. And that's when I drop most of my damage. And I'm not traded out here yet. So I get it. Also, I'm a healer. So, you know, there's that. But it is what it is. It's pretty good. I kill just about everybody I come up against, to be honest. I kill paladins, and it's insane right now. I kill most DPS. Let's look at the evasions. Right now I'm running 1,612 melee evasion and 820 range, but I run this buff most of the time in the fight, so I run a 1,200 and 1982 in the thick of it, as you see here. So that's pretty helpful. Lol. And yeah, I think it's a really great build. I have it tweaked a little bit. I think they recommended Talus. I went with Umbramancer. And I'm probably gonna potentially mix this out. I'm not sure. I mean, I am missing this, switching this out. And so far, if I want to get the perfect build, I'll just basically show what I'm going to be working on, and I'll let you guys know what I am working on. Looking forward, since we went over everything I've got. I'll show all where I'm at trait-wise, too, as well. So you can see it in the next video. None of that's good. Still missing that. None of that's leveled up. Of course, I'm gonna fix a lot of that by some market spawning today. Tomorrow's my day off, and that's not leveled up either. So I need a lot of range evasion from this, and here. So I'm actually gonna be cracked, by the way. And then I'm also missing like 60 melee evasion. No, 80 melee evasion from that as well. And then, fun fact, I've been killing these boars. If I ever get this stupid item from boars, I'll be able to craft, or I'll be able to get this from my lithogram. The melee evasion necklace. Jesus, right? It'll be insane. I only need one more item, chat. So I'm working on this right now already. We'll hopefully get this next week. And then in the meantime, I'm also tomorrow I'm gonna run 2 dungeons. And we're gonna pick up the Sapphire dimensional bands. Yes, sir. We're gonna pick up the Sapphire dimensional band for but we're gonna craft it. That's why I gotta run 2 dungeons for the pity. And then after that, boys, the only thing I need is from a boss that's not even out yet. There's some melee range gloves that come out that will top off my build and put me like at like 1600 range and 1800 melee evasion. And I'll be honest, I can't wait. Thank you so much for dealing with me, talking about what we've done in 7 days. 7 beautiful days in Throne and Liberty. If you're watching this on YouTube, you made it this far, please drop me a comment. Please share, like, all that stuff you can, anything to interact with the video. Call me an idiot for not having any hit chance like my chat is right now. But yeah, I mean, a lot of healers use this buff to when they need hit chance for the magic melee and range hit chance plus 370. Yeah, and also it's bugged. You can't see my hit chances from the passives until I use an ability, if y'all didn't know. So like, I don't know if I have hit chance in here, but I don't. Yeah, if I did, you wouldn't see it. Lol. Not till I hit the ability. It is what it is, boys. I would like to thank everyone for hanging out, being part of it. We're gonna do what we can to keep making the build better. I'm gonna have swaps, I imagine. I'm gonna have everything I need. If I need to swap things to hit people better, if I need to swap whatever, it will be nice to get the rest of the hit. But you know, I'll be honest, I haven't got a single 10% to hit on blues, and I think I'm like 20 or 30 blues in now. I'm like 25 blues in, and none of them have gone. So I'm not really confident in that. However, I got crazy lucky. 12,000 Lucent in 1 day. How are you guys liking Throne and Liberty? How are you guys progressing in the game? Are any of y'all having crazy luck with this? I recommend paying attention to lithograph prices, paying attention to trade pricing. Today, Marketplace PvP was the winner. And I came up huge because of chat, and I came up huge. That's why I had to share it. This week, we're almost there. Next week, I get there and then some. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.